Hey right guys, Truth Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 12 of Glee season 5. This episode is just titled 100, and then I kind of delved through and it kind of glanced over it, but I'm assuming this might be episode 100 because we've had season 1 was 22, season 2 was 22, season 3 22, season 4 22, and then we're 12 on this one. So if my maths is correct, yeah, on episode 100, so that's mad. That is wild, Jesus. So at this point I'd finished Teen Wolf, because Teen Wolf I think was 100 episodes exactly. I could be wrong on that, but I think that was right. And then Pretty Little Liars I must have been on like season 5 or 6. It was about the same. I think they had more episodes than Glee did per season, but I was on about that. So, and Glee, Pretty Little Liars is longer than this. I think that's seven seasons that was overall. So yeah, it's just weird. When you hit the episode 100 mark, you kind of think how much time you've really put into a show, like the editing and the reacting to it, and then uploading and doing thumbnails for Glee, all that stuff. The amount of time I spend on this show, it's kind of wild. But so yeah, episode 100, titled 100, episode 12 of season 5. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the early and uncut reactions to Glee, then a link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below. By the time this one's on YouTube, they should have, like I said, just started the final season. There'll be maybe a couple of episodes into that, and in the pinned comment will be a link to the charity for the month, so make sure to click that if you want more information on what that charity is. But for now, episode 12, let's do this.
Are you nervous?
I mean, like a little. Of course she is. It's your Broadway debut.
Man, it's going to be weird having Rachel back in Glee Club.
Thank you.
It's weird, and it's going to be weird having Mercedes back in the show.
Sit front and center in the Rachel chair.
Oh god. Yeah, of course Rachel was going to get there. Oh, and Kurt said, Jesus.
Hello, Rachel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll make my way to the back of the bus.
Oh god.
Hey, can I get Finn's plaque?
What the fuck?
Yeah, the plaque stays here.
Puck's here?
So much to me that so many of you came back on such short notice to celebrate the past
What the fuck?
One last time.
Yo, everyone's just here. I didn't even notice. What
Your
the
assignment
shit?
is to sing one of the songs we sang in here.
They just
Remix.
dished out everyone one after the
Way
other.
back in the old days. You know, it seemed appropriate since her
Oh, we're gonna have another
contributions helped save the
throwback.
or at least the
Ken
auditorium.
Watanabe.
Please welcome.
All the way
Ken.
from Broadway, Miss April Rhodes.
Hey, y'all.
No. No.
Have a shot.
No.
But the old ball and chain's got your number, so I'm afraid I got to set you loose. So you know what he did?
What did he do, April Rhodes?
He bought me an island. That's right.
All right.
I own my own island in
If
the...
anyone deserves an island here, it's April Rhodes.
This Spumante is a virgin. Probably like you will be for a long time. Anyways.
Right. And we're meant to like April Rhodes. Oh, we're meant to like half of these characters, to be honest. Quinn, have a line of dialogue. Talk to Santana. What the Quill, everyone in this room, you should not be saying that. You shouldn't even be talking. No! Will!
My glass is empty.
Yeah, so is your soul. Oh, the trio. Oh, that's cute, dude. It's so weird, like, seeing them all like this.
I don't look back. The past, it's dead to me.
Hey, we're not gonna have Quinn and Puck hook
Except
up,
for maybe just
surely.
one thing.
surely.
Go to Breadsticks. Roll some potentials.
You know this is my tickle spot. Hi.
What the fuck?
Bored sitting at the hotel.
Who's this?
That's Nate Archibald.
Hey, I've been looking for you everywhere.
I'm trying to prove the Riemann hypothesis.
Who's forcing you to do this?
My colleagues at MIT.
Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, they're like, she's the smartest human in the world.
Reunite a little threesome? Of
With
the unholy trinity?
mad. This is okay. This is gonna be a throwback. Yo, having Quinn back in the show is gonna kill me off. How are you texting Nate? Yo, this is gonna be a banger. Doing Britney Spears, well, like, what was it, season 2, episode 3 or something? mad. Did they do this song in that app actually? I don't know if it's like a throwback song. How did you just do that? Nate! Oh my god. Literally, Kitty knows. This is kind of mad. It's like a throwback, and then Quinn's there. It's just like, it's gotta be like surely the best scene of season 5. Yo, Quinn. Yeah, that was probably like the best performance we've had in about a year. No! This app's gonna have perks and negatives, of course. We just went from like the highest high to the lowest of lows.
And Rachel Berry. Question, Rachel.
God, oh my god, Rachel, that was a psychopathic face.
You're also working full-time.
Kurt and I are singing it, but we're switching parts so that I can belt out the high note at the end.
Yeah, like you did the last time and you stole it. I'm still not over that, Rachel.
Because I haven't spent that much time around them, but poor people are generally less attractive than rich ones.
Mike Chang, Asian dancer.
And I'm already
Great.
I may look like a dweeb in a wheelchair, but my girlfriend's a cheerleader.
Time for one last diva-off.
Oh, Will,
Apparently,
just
the only song we can
just
sing in a
shut
diva-off
up.
is Defying Gravity.
For second guessing, too late to go back to sleep.
Right, I'm gonna close my eyes and decide who wins.
Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try.
Ooh, Kurt!
Defying gravity.
All these callbacks. So far, Kurt.
Defying gravity.
It's like,
Kiss me goodbye. Much too high a cost.
there we go, here comes the big nose.
Defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm
Oh, it's so hard.
defying gravity. I think I'll try.
Where's Kurt, man?
Defying gravity. I think I'll try.
Well, it's just annoying because Rachel does this thing with her voice.
Bring me down.
Ew. Yeah, Rachel does this thing with her voice that I'm a sucker for. Oh, that's hard, you know.
Actually, let's just take a beat and just...
I know it's a cop-out, but I feel like they were all solid, all three. Kurt was number one, and then they just didn't show him for like half the song. Oh, who do I cast my vote for with that?
Those days are over. This is my life now.
Oh,
E3.
it's kind of miserable, isn't it? It is a bit miserable.
Little hooch.
No, we don't.
It'll help dull the excruciating pain of your wedding night sodomy.
So that we could redo some of our favorite numbers, right?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's duet with Brittany. Hit it.
Wait, am I going to remember this then? Yeah, oh yeah, I remember. It all came back to me instantly. That is mad, we're getting all these callbacks, I love it. What a way to celebrate the 100th ep, to be fair. I'll give them that. Harry! Oh, Harry's up and about, let's go. Oh, do you remember Harry's story with his dad and mom? Oh my god, this smashed. Glee used to be banging, it was mad. GG's. Oh, this is a banger, I remember loving this song. I kind of hope Quinn and Pug end up together, that'd be kind of wholesome. Let's go! Oh, look at them all do this, man. You could just get rid of all, like, Ryder and Key and that. No. Oh, come on! I'm turning it up. What? Oh, Glee used to be so good! Oh my god, it was annoying. It's still decent, don't get me wrong, but this just takes you back to how mad it used to be. Man, I wonder what it was like filming this set, because I bet they were like, yo, that feeling of all being together and stuff, I bet they kind of felt that as well. Well, they definitely would have, but... No, I didn't give a fuck. That was like a 9 out of 10. That was... He's just mad.
Time to vote for either Rachel or Mercedes.
I'm going to go Mercedes just because Rachel always wins.
Rachel Berry is the most horrible human being on the planet. Can it, Troy?
Oh, Jesus.
The people in this room down the river more times than I can count, so that you can get a solo or the lead in a movie.
She ain't wrong. She isn't
The
wrong.
names of the other half of the people.
That's not true.
All right, what is his name?
Rick.
Exactly.
Rick.
Thank you. See, you've all met Rachel, okay? But I live with her. Let me tell you.
Will's just like, I can't be honest, because she's kind of right.
Undergrown little cretin.
Co's just dying inside.
You're so cruel, Santana.
Poor Rachel, she also has a point.
I mean, Santana and I were close for like a minute, but now it's like every single day is exactly like that. But now it's like no matter where I go or what I do, I'm just back in high school again.
Okay, Rachel, but you keep saying stuff like, I'm better than you. I'm better than all of you. And it's just like, oh my god.
Tells me that I'm not good enough or that I'm not ready. I just use all of that stuff and I let it motivate me.
Just makes me sad that you would think that I'm one of your tormentors.
Rachel! Sorry, do we need to rewatch the show and remind us?
It's
Oh
always
my god.
me and you against everyone else.
No, it wasn't. It was always, it was you two against each other.
Just always
Not in every app, but...
singer that I've ever heard.
All of April's assets, including her private island, have been frozen.
April, is this true?
What a shock. April's a liability.
The Glee Club is indeed over.
That you're a pathological liar whom I never should have trusted?
Yes, exactly.
Great. She came in with booze and you still... Oh my lord.
You gave me hope.
I love Will. You know what, Will? If you just added Y onto the end of your name's Willie, so I don't know why you're like trying to play the big boy.
You walk around like you're some snow frickin' white, but you're really just a dirty little slut bag.
Okay.
Ow, ow, let go.
Okay.
Ow, God, let go. Am I bleeding? Not yet.
Not yet.
Stop!
Kind of the point.
Knock it off! Stop!
Mad. Oh, okay. Jesus, that uppercut.
How could we ask you guys to choose between two beautiful queen divas?
Well, funny enough, they did vote, and they did choose.
Oh.
You're both equally talented.
Of course. Right. Yeah, classic.
Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hola, clase.
Gwyneth Paltrow's return.
Thank you for buttering the floor. Looking forward. Hit it!
Yeah, there it comes. Oh, we're really gonna do this song. Okay, great. You know, this is one of those songs, I think, where I despise it so much because it was just on all the time. I'm sick of it. Not so much now, but back then, oh my god, you couldn't escape it. Was I alright?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna blow this place too. Unless there's a reason for me to stay.
Oh, of course.
Because I know who my soulmate is.
Oh, these two are gonna kiss on. Okay. Fairs, I'm not mad about it.
Okay,
But
that's a bad idea. Please don't do this. Okay, I have worked my ass off to get over you.
literally.
I really want to be with you, Santana.
Oh my god, she just said don't do it.
Now more than ever that.
Puck, wait. And they're gonna kiss in the hallway. Yeah, there it is, there it is. Yeah, I'm not so mad at that. I'd prefer she was kissing Santana right now, but
This and Finn. It's kind of hard to believe that anything lasts.
I don't have any more pep talks.
mad.
I just have you guys.
Oh,
The
dude.
people on this wall, my friends.
And Emma? No?
We share this special bond. We're the only ones in the world who know what this Glee Club meant to us.
Oh, it's sad because you
It felt like to sing together, to be together. What it feels like to say goodbye to it. I didn't come here to cheer you up.
because they're all like crying, and you know why. It's just like,
Thank you for going on this ride with me.
fuck, dude.
Let's make the most of them.
I kind of hope they do disband Glee Club, you know.
Finish our wine first.
And season 6 is something a bit different.
We cannot let that Glee Club go the way that
Oh, just let it go, man.
Better myself.
Just let it go. It's like the perfect time to do something. I know the show's called Glee, so it's kind of. Oh, that's the end. I was about to check how much was longer, but that was the last scene. Alright, there we go, guys. That is episode 12 of Glee Season 5. Fantastic episode. That was the best since... Again, Ep 3 is different, because that was a really good episode for very different reasons, but I'd say that was the best ep of the season, alongside episode 3. Again, different reasons why they were so good, but if you point aside episode 3, in terms of like an episode of the show where, you know, like the progressing story and all that stuff, I'd say this was the best. Absolutely. This took you back to season 1, 2 and 3 instantly, like just having them all there. I really liked it. I was surprised because I was like, episode 100, that usually obviously they do something big with a show when it hits episode 100, and I was like, okay, when they had Mercedes and Rachel kind of walking down the hall at the start, I was like, oh, we're gonna have like a Rachel and Mercedes episode, that'd be kind of cool. And then they just went into I don't know what you call it, it's not the auditorium because that's the other room, but the Glee Club, I guess. And it just kept cutting to characters, like Puck was there, then Harry was there, then Brittany, then Quinn showed up, and I was like, oh, Jesus, everyone's here basically. So I really like that they did that, and you know, it's simple to have those characters be in it, and it, you know, you could still have a bad episode with that because it's like, yeah, the characters are there, but you could still technically have a shit episode. But they made it very good, like kind of having the throwbacks to older songs. You know, the trio of Brittany, Santana and Quinn doing their song, just that alone was solid. And then Puck doing his song, I really enjoyed that song. And him and Quinn kind of getting together at the end, getting back together, should I say. I'm not mad at it, like I say, I actually really like those two together at times through the show. Obviously, early on in season 1 they were kind of terrible, but then they had moments where I was like, oh, you know, I wouldn't hate it. But I'm still definitely, I'd say Quinn and Santana would be way better, because, oh, they just had chemistry, and I felt like it was so short-lived, and it was just like, oh, God. I don't care for Brittany and Santana getting back together, I'll be honest. Like, I know, again, I understand why people really do like these characters, and it's just, I think Brittany, for me, you guys know this, but I never clicked with her character. Like, she had moments, for sure, where she was decent, but I never got the hype with Brittany. So to me, I'm not invested in her and Santana getting together. Like, I want to be, like, obviously I'd want to be, because it would make the viewing experience a lot more enjoyable. But for me, I'm not that invested in her character at all, or this relationship. So yeah, but it was good to have her back for sure. It was, you know, you're not going to complain when the entire Glee Club's pretty much back together. I'd say April didn't need to be there. You could have really cut her out. I didn't mind Holly being there, kind of coming in, but April was just like the same as she was in season 1. And I've never liked the character. I've always found her annoying. But other than those little things, this was solid. You know, it didn't progress the story along too much, but it just had more like emotional moments, and you kind of think back to seasons 1, 2 and 3 and what they nailed so well, which was those emotional beats and doing it well. Like Puck singing to Quinn was solid. Mercedes and Rachel having that one-to-one in the bathroom was solid. And then the end there, where they're also talking about, obviously the whole theme of this episode was letting go of the past and kind of moving on kind of thing, but then also at the same time bringing the past with you in some ways, like with having Finn on the wall. And I know Nate Archibald was a twat in this episode, but him kind of saying the same thing as well. I think that was the theme of this, and that's why I'm kind of like so annoyed that they're going to obviously save the Glee Club and, you know, just go back to how it was. Like, have this be a moment where the Glee Club does disband by the end of the season, and then in season 6 you're obviously still going to have musical numbers, and it'll be weird that it's called Glee, but you could have, like, I don't know, there'd be some way they can go about it. I just feel like we've done the whole, I feel like I've said this a billion times, never mind that it's happened, but, you know, Glee Club disbanding, and then getting back together or getting saved at the last minute. It's just like, come on, had this be the moment, I know it's not going to be, but it would be perfect if this was the moment where, you know, it actually was the end of the Glee Club. Because what else are you going to do? Like, you're going to get Glee Club back together and then what, you're going to prepare for another competition? Like, what else can you really do? Just move on. Isn't that the point of this episode? No. So yeah, it got the emotional beat, so either way, I think it felt good. And hopefully, also nice new directions. Hopefully we're still going to have like Quinn and Puck and those characters in for maybe a couple more episodes. That'd be kind of nice. I don't think they're going to stay till the end of the season, but it would be nice if they're in it for a few more episodes at least. We'll see. So very, very solid episode. I'm going to go a 9 out of 10. I feel like if this episode was placed into season 1, 2 or 3, it would have been a bit lower, like an 8 out of 10 kind of thing. But because it is in season 5 where we're so desperate to just have an episode like this, it kind of does get boosted up to like a 9 out of 10. Because if you're going to put this on the level with some of the 9 out of 10s we had in seasons 1, 2 and 3, it wouldn't even come close to how good those episodes are, because those episodes were banging. But in terms of season 5 and just how much we needed an episode like this, it automatically, for me at least, goes up to like a 9 out of 10, or like maybe like a high 8, like an 8.8, something like maybe a 9 is a little bit high. So I'll go 8.8, a high 8 for it, because we needed something like this. I'm so happy that we did, and hopefully it continues with that in the next few episodes at least. So yeah, there we go guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. That is 100 episodes of Glee reacted to. That is wild. How many left? We have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 more episodes. That's weird. 21 more eps of this show, Jesus. So yeah, until next time. If you don't want the early and uncuts as well, then link to the Patreon page will be down below. Like I say, it should be a few episodes, or a couple of episodes at least, into season 6. And in the pinned comment will be a link to the charity for the month. But thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.